Your leads are becoming increasingly expensive, paid traffic isn't yielding results, and sales have stagnated for months. I tackled this issue using organic traffic from search engines. Watch this video through to the end and you'll learn how to effectively nurture your audience, attract leads to your business, and convert them with far less effort and without spending a penny on paid advertising, even if you're completely new to content marketing and just starting out. Hello everyone! I'm Belik and this is your ultimate masterclass on launching a professional blog from scratch. I've only recently begun using this system for my side hustle, but I'm sticking to it as I've tested it on clients' projects and achieved impressive visibility. Mindvalley, more than 94,000 visitors. Cypher Learning, more than 25,000 visitors. WRE, more than 160,000 visitors. 5 years ago, I was starting completely from scratch at the beginning of the pandemic. If I were on that position again, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd follow the same path and apply the same strategy because it works. And in this video, I'll share the exact approach in detail. I'll guide you through 7 steps in total. Here they are: foundation, how to know if you need a blog, launching a blog, management, content creation, technical aspects, promotion and strategy. By the end of this video, you'll have a strategic plan with clear step-by-step guidance, where to start, what to do, how to measure results, and make your first sale from a blog. I'll also provide a downloadable file with this step-by-step plan, so you don't miss a thing. And believe it or not, the real reason most business blogs fail isn't what you think. We're getting to that next. But before we dive deeper, it's important to address a question you might already be asking yourself. You might be wondering, Alex, why are you recommending a text-based blog now, when video content and AI-powered search have been dominant for a while? Here's my answer. A blog forms the foundation for future content repurposing into video, social media, and beyond. Transforming text into video is far more efficient than trying to reverse the process. Let me add a quick disclaimer to avoid any unnecessary debate. I have tremendous respect for the field of social media marketing and the professionals within it. I certainly don't intend to diminish their work. Without social platforms, online marketing would be significantly more challenging and time-consuming. That said, it's important for businesses to understand that content deployment should follow a clear structure: your website, your social channels, and external platforms. Skipping any of these stages can weaken your overall strategy, and it all starts with a blog on your company's website. Many people believe that a blog hosted solely on social media is enough, that a dedicated website blog is necessary. If you feel this way, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let's open up the conversation. Now that we've cleared up some common myths, let's break down exactly why a website blog still reigns supreme and why social media alone just doesn't cut it. To help address common doubts, I've compiled a list of 10 solid reasons in response to these skeptics right from the outset. If you think social media alone is enough to build authority, what I'm about to show you might surprise you. Why a website blog matters more. First reason: content volume. Most social media platforms limit text volume in a post to around 5 to 10,000 characters. If you want to publish an in-depth review of a service, application, case study, or guide, you'll likely exceed these limits. As a result, you'll have to trim down valuable content, often to the detriment of clarity and depth. Second reason: text formatting. Even the most advanced social media post editors can't compete with the capabilities of a standard website CMS. A blog allows you to structure content properly with multi-level headings and well-organized paragraphs. You can position images exactly where they are needed and even include mathematical formulas, tables, or style text in different fonts and colors when necessary. Third reason: SEO. While social media posts can be indexed by search engines, website blogs offer far greater opportunities for SEO. You can integrate web analytics tools like Google Analytics, write your own meta descriptions, and follow specific SEO recommendations to enhance visibility. Fourth reason: conversion elements. Blogs on your website can feature conversion tools such as embedded forms, pop-ups, call-to-action buttons, and downloadable resources, all designed to guide visitors towards taking action. In contrast, social media platforms mainly allow hyperlinking with limited flexibility. Reason number 5. Content distribution. The beauty of blog articles is that they can attract traffic from various sources: organic search, paid ads, external websites, and social media, all through strategic content distribution. Number 6. Publication date. A social media post is often short-lived, read once and then forgotten. At best, someone might bookmark it. On a blog, you can breathe new life into an article by updating its content and publication date, which also helps maintain strong SEO performance over time. Reason number 7. Content reusability. Let's say you're learning about web analytics and come across a brilliant guide to setting up Google Analytics. You may not remember everything in one go, so you return to the article multiple times. Over time, that guide becomes evergreen content, staying useful and consistently ranking well in search engines. Reason number 8. Editing tools. I've had clients request critical edits to publish social media posts only to find they were no longer editable. In some cases, I had to delete entire posts, wasting time, money, and effort. Blogs, by contrast, can be updated anytime without hassle. Reason number 9. Authorship and credibility. On social media, the post author is tied to the individual account, but a blog allows content to be published under the company's name or by featured contributors, such as expert, guest authors, or members of the leadership team. This adds credibility and builds user trust in both the material and the brand behind it. Number 10. Platform independence. A corporate website belongs to your business, whether you're an individual or legal entity. Social media platforms, however, belong to the companies that run them and can change the rules at any time. The message is clear. Your website blog should be your primary content hub, with social media acting as a supplementary channel, not the other way around. This belief is backed by years of experience and occasionally hard lessons. Every marketer should maintain a company blog, not instead of social media, but alongside it. Blog articles not only boost your visibility in AI-driven search results, but also strengthen your brand awareness. I've created a separate video with a detailed breakdown. Be sure to check it out. Understanding the difference is crucial, but should you even invest time into launching a blog? Let's find out. Not all blogs are built the same. In fact, choosing the wrong format could slow your growth. I'll explain how to get it right. What I mean by a blog. In simple terms, a blog is a catalog of articles. I also differentiate between the blog, an online magazine, and brand media. Here's how I define each. Blogs typically consist of guides, how-tos, and explanatory content. Media, on the other hand, focuses more on interviews, expert commentary, news, analysis, and reviews. For blogs, search engine traffic is key. For media, the proportion of non-search traffic increases over time. An online magazine represents a middle ground between the two. The typical growth journey looks like this. Start with a blog, build a loyal audience, evolve into brand media. How to know if you need a blog? Let's imagine you're considering launching a blog to generate leads. Here are some key points to consider about this marketing channel. It can be costly in the early stages but becomes more affordable over time. Blog traffic integrates well into some sales funnels but not others. If you don't yet have a website, your priority should be building one and targeting commercial search queries. Tracking direct sales from a blog is usually only possible at a high level and often not at all, when a blog might not be suitable. A blog tends to be less effective if you operate in B2B manufacturing, you run a local e-commerce business that doesn't serve a national audience. That said, a niche blog can work very well for a small, high-value audience. If 100 readers bring in million-dollar deals, that's a worthwhile return. When to start a blog? It's often best to launch a blog after you've established performance on more cost-efficient marketing channels. Blog effectiveness varies by business model, but it's especially useful for nurturing audiences before and during the decision-making process. For example, consider a B2B company selling dentistry equipment. Start by creating dedicated landing pages for each product. Then focus on PR placements in third-party publications. Later, consider launching an online magazine aimed at medical professionals featuring research, events, and educational content. These help build brand awareness and credibility. A blog works best for online education platforms, digital services, marketing agencies, SAS, fintech, martech, and edtech companies. In general, blogs are a great fit for selling online services. Often, a blog becomes relevant when your current ad channels are already performing well and have hit a ceiling in terms of cost per lead. At this point, the audience already familiar with your product may be saturated, and it's time to reach colder audiences. Blogs also play a strong reputational role, particularly for complex products or services that require trust and education. And my final word, if you're not ready to play the long game, a blog may not be for you. Realistically, returns may take 6 months to several years, and that's assuming you maintain consistent output from the start. Since direct sales attribution is difficult, you'll need to evaluate success through broader indicators such as traffic trends and conversions to key pages. If you've made it this far, you're probably realizing a blog could be a serious game changer. So let's move into the next phase. How to launch a business blog the right way. Step number 2, path. Launching a blog, target audience. Defining your target audience shouldn't be a challenge. It's the same group your company's products or services are intended for. For instance, if you're launching a blog for a marketing agency, your audience might include marketing professionals in large organizations and business owners. These are your 2 primary clusters. Next, consider what value you can offer them. This could include marketing and business education, case studies, expert insights, and the latest marketing research with clear takeaways. By keeping your audience's interests, challenges, fears, needs, and goals in mind, you'll stay on the right track as you develop every aspect of the blog. Concept development. Typically, a blog is created to support an existing business, and its niche should reflect this. Start by researching the key queries within your sector. Use tools such as Ahrefs or SEMrush to collect and export a keyword core. From there, select the most commercially viable keywords by examining their search volume and competition level. Next, review what blogs already exist in your chosen niche. Key factors to consider when analyzing competitors: traffic volume and sources, their most visited articles, content formats, visual and written tone, blog features, and navigation. This analysis will help you identify best practices and opportunities to differentiate your blog. Blog monetization methods. There are several ways to monetize a blog. Promoting your own products and services, selling advertising, for example, banner ads, sponsored posts, native advertising, page takeovers, and others. Earning through affiliate marketing programs, subscriptions or paywall content similar to the New York Times. Donations, why not? Brand voice. Your brand voice naturally emerges from your early decisions. Once you've analyzed competitors, identified your target audience, and defined your content offering, your tone of voice will start to take shape. Brand voice sets the ethical and stylistic boundaries for communication, how subjective or personal your content should be, the emotional tone and author's viewpoint, what kind of humor is acceptable and what's off limits, how you position yourself in relation to the reader, and vice versa. Since multiple authors will likely contribute, the brand voice acts not just as a guardrail against reputational risk, but as a consistent emotional thread woven through every article. It's less about rigid rules and more about a shared tone that develops over time, often shaped by the team behind the first few posts. Setting up the blog is just step 1. Managing it smartly, that's where the real advantage kicks in. Once your blog is live, the real journey begins. Let's talk about how to manage it so it doesn't just sit there but actually grows and delivers results. Management. Editorial team and authors. Writers are the backbone of any successful blog. Even after assembling a team, keep scanning the market for fresh talent and encourage healthy competition among the existing contributors. Places to find writers: job boards, freelance platforms, partnerships with online course providers, for example, hiring top graduates, social media job posts, messaging apps and communities, referrals, headhunting from other blogs. In your job posting, be as specific as possible about what you expect in applications and from the role. Be prepared. only 2 or 3 out of every 10 applicants may meet your expectations. Essential skills for authors: comprehension, the ability to extract insights from experts, conduct independent research, and draw from experience. Clarity, the ability to structure content clearly, avoiding fluff and using practical examples. Additional valuable qualities: openness to feedback and willingness to revise. Punctuality, communication skills, especially when sourcing expert contributions. It's wise to onboard more writers than needed initially, then continue with those who consistently deliver high-quality work. Working arrangements can include full-time employment with salary, freelance or per-article payment. You may also offer bonuses for achieving specific KPIs or allow affiliate links within articles to encourage performance. Pay per word can be convenient, but has drawbacks. It can encourage unnecessary padding. A flat rate per article or results-based compensation may be more effective. Process management. The typical article workflow includes: assign the topic, agree on deadlines and fees, and ensure the task aligns with SEO objectives. The writer researches the topic and prepares questions for an internal or external expert. Once answers are received, a thesis-based outline is drafted and approved by the editor and sometimes the expert. The writer produces a draft or full version and submits it for editorial review. The editor approves or revises the article, after which an SEO specialist reviews it for keyword alignment and may suggest further edits. If needed, the article is passed to a graphic designer for custom visuals or infographics. The final step is layout and publication. Depending on the nature of your blog, some steps may be skipped. On a task management toolboard, this workflow might be visualized as a task moving across various status columns. Editorial policy. An editorial policy acts as a reference guide to avoid answering the same questions repeatedly. Think of it as an internal FAQ for authors. It's best developed organically as the editorial process unfolds. There is little benefit in drafting one before the blog is operational. I've compiled a digest of editorial policy examples from BBC, MailChimp, Android apps, Strong and White, and BBC Typography. Reviewing these will give you a clear idea of the content and structure your own editorial policy might include. Of course, even the best management can't save a blog without one thing: stellar content. Let's dive into how to plan and create it strategically. Content creation, content plan. To begin with, gather the semantic core of informational queries. An editor will then extract suitable topics from these core based on query groupings. Each topic should be assessed according to the following criteria: total search volume of queries, the higher the better; conversion potential, how likely a visitor arriving via a search engine or AI assistant on this topic is to take a conversion-related action. For instance, if you offer blog creation and management services for small businesses, the topic "How much does blog management cost?" holds greater conversion potential than main CMSs. Competition, the degree to which search results are saturated with high-quality, relevant articles. The greater the competition, the more difficult the ranking. Relevance, topicality can significantly boost visibility. When Instagram Reels were first introduced, publishing a guide on using them was highly relevant. Timely topics help secure strong positions in search results more quickly. Publication formats. The most common type of blog post is the tutorial, such as how to choose a social media management tool, how to start up a YouTube channel, or how to craft articles using Chat GPT. These typically form the foundation of a content plan. The second most prevalent format is the review, including content like top tools for marketers, online course reviews for video editing, or best services for Pinterest. Tutorials and reviews are ideal for promoting your products and services. Two additional formats worth mentioning are interviews and news. To drive traffic to interviews, encourage interviewees to share the publication on their social media. You can also optimize the interview topic using relevant search queries. News pieces are more challenging unless you have an engaged readership who receive updates via social media or other channels. These should only be written in response to breaking stories to capitalize on trending search activity. In terms of traffic, blog articles generally fall into three categories. Traffic-generating articles draw large volumes of readers. I revisit these at least once or twice a year to ensure continued relevance, updating as necessary. Conversion blog posts deliver sales but may not attract much traffic. Underperforming articles are those that neither drive traffic nor conversions. These can often be revived through expansion or structural optimization. Writing amazing posts is good, but getting them seen by massive new audiences? That's where the magic really happens. External publications. Publishing content on external blogs serves three key purposes. Brand visibility, to build recognition for a company or individual among the target audience. Conversions, especially through case studies, which often convert well. SEO, to earn backlinks with targeted keywords in the anchor text. The article's traffic is secondary to the SEO authority of the host platform. Platforms for external publication typically fall into three categories. Direct publishing, the user uploads content directly, often with light moderation behind the scenes. Examples: Medium or Mashable. Editorial submission, you liaise with an editorial team. This is usually free and sometimes they may request reciprocal publication on your own blog. Paid placements, ideal for conversion-focused content where ROI is measurable. SEO-driven content can also be placed here if the site has strong traffic and agreeable terms. To start, compile a list of potential platforms and rank them based on topic relevance, traffic volume, and placement terms. Frequency. For SEO purposes, publishing one external article per month is a good benchmark. Whether you're writing in-depth blog posts, designing eye-catching visuals, or producing engaging videos, the right AI tools can elevate your workflow and save you hours. After months of experimentation, I've narrowed it down to my personal top 5 AI tools that have transformed the way I blog, and I am sharing them all with you. Curious to see which ones made the cut? Let's dive in. And speaking of working smarter, not harder, let me share the AI tools that are absolute game changers for bloggers right now. My top 5 AI tools for blogging. My obvious number 1 is Chat GPT. It's a versatile chatbot backed by a robust infrastructure, custom GPTs, Canvas, image and voice generation operator, and deep search. However, even with internet access, its fact-checking abilities can be a little shaky, which is why I turned to Perplexity, an indispensable tool when diving into a new topic. The deep research feature is so powerful, it can practically write a dissertation for you. Until recently, ChatGPT's built-in image generator left much to be desired, so I switched to number 3, Image Effects, Google's high-quality image generator that produces detailed, well-crafted illustrations for articles, even from a modest prompt. But images alone aren't enough to bring a piece to life, so I like to enhance my posts with napkin.ai. Feed in your text and it will generate infographics to suit any style. The range of dynamically loaded design options is virtually limitless, letting you tweak until you land on the perfect fit. Still, in the world of online content, video reigns supreme, which brings me to Haleo.ai. It brings still images to life, transforming them into dynamic footage for short-form video content. Which of these are you already using? Or perhaps you've found even more powerful alternatives you'd recommend over my current top picks? AI can supercharge your workflow, but even with the best tools, a hidden technical mistake could crush your traffic. Here's what you need to fix first. Technical aspects. SEO tasks. An SEO specialist typically oversees the following: initial site audit, checking robots.txt, sitemap, page indexing, 404 errors, and empty pages, usually done at the beginning. Ongoing monitoring to ensure continued technical soundness, building the semantic core and proposing content ideas, creating content briefs for article development, optimizing snippets, reviewing and refining meta tags and search descriptions, revival briefs offering suggestions for underperforming content, internal linking strategy, including cross-linking and anchor text refinement, design and usability. The blog homepage can include article feed featuring brief descriptions, author, publication date, and categories. Avoid showing view counts, especially for new articles, as low numbers may deter first readers. Pagination or infinite scroll are both acceptable. Filter options, such as by author, category, or date. Conversion elements, like newsletter signups, consultation forms, or product banners. Bonus features, such as quote of the week, editor's picks, or a news widget. For SEO, each author should have a dedicated page detailing their background and listing their contributions. This signals to search engines that the blog content is written by credible, knowledgeable individuals, not anonymous or fictitious contributors. This approach aligns with Google's EEAT framework: experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness, now widely used by Bing and Yahoo as well. To ensure transparency, an author's page should include full name, profile photo, brief professional bio, links to verified social profiles. This allows search engines to confirm the author's identity and trustworthiness. Simply attributing content to a fictional name won't suffice. Within articles, best practices for article structure include heading hierarchy, ideally down to H4, clearly styled bulleted and numbered lists, user-friendly tables embedded rather than added as screenshots, visible conversion blocks such as banners or subscription forms, image enlargement on click, external links opening in new tabs by default, blog admin panel. The blogging platform is less important than its functionality. Popular CMSs include WordPress, Ghost, and Squarespace, all with their own pros and cons. The choice typically depends on how the main website is built, as the blog should reside on the same domain for optimal synergy in search engine trust. Great, your blog is optimized and looking sharp, but even the best blog won't drive results without promotion. Here's how to get your content seen. Promotion and strategy. You can have the best blog in the world, but if no one reads it, it doesn't exist. Let's fix that. Distribution. Primary traffic channels. Search engines. These are typically the main source of blog traffic. Based on my experience, 60 to 80% of all visits come from search engines. Cross-posting announcements on social media and messaging platforms. This helps drive additional traffic and signals search engines that the article is receiving engagement, aiding faster indexing and improved rankings. On Instagram, try using stories to announce new articles. Email newsletters, a weekly or monthly digest with short, engaging introductions written in a friendly letter style works best. Maintain a personal tone in the email content. Push notifications. These can be enabled via third-party services or the website's admin panel. A strong subscriber base can significantly boost traffic on the day of publication. I occasionally check that the service is functioning correctly, as push tools may fail silently. Monitor mailing stats at least every few months. YouTube community posts. While possible, even large YouTube channels usually bring minimal traffic to articles. Paid traffic sources include featuring in content collections or sponsored posts, targeted or paid per-click advertising for article promotion. In most cases, paid promotion is only worthwhile for content with strong conversion potential. Organic traffic from search engines typically proves more cost-effective over time. However, if a publication holds strategic value, such as a special project or high-converting content, spending on promotion can be justified. Standard distribution setup includes SEO implementation, cross-posting across existing platforms, push notifications, weekly or monthly email digests. Paid promotion is reserved for special projects such as an ebook or articles with high conversion potential. Driving traffic is just the beginning. Now it's time to convert that traffic into real leads and sales. Setting up conversions. Possible conversion elements within the blog. Banner ads can be placed beside the text or in the page margins. Subscription or inquiry forms. These can appear within the article body or in the sidebar. Text links. These are often the main driver of conversions. Ensure that content leading to the product or service is a natural extension of the article, offering genuine value and addressing the reader's original query. Pop-ups. Opt for less intrusive formats like banners at the screen's edge rather than center screen pop-ups. Include at least 2 internal links to other blog posts to increase session duration and page depth. Typically, a conversion to lead or sale occurs on the 3rd or 4th page visited during a session. Bear in mind that blog visitors generally arrive as cold traffic. Fast conversions are rare. Instead, use autofunnels, invite readers to register for a free webinar, consultation, or newsletter. Implement analytics to track leads generated by the blog and compare them to sales conversions. This helps determine the blog's contribution to overall revenue. Example, register users for a free course. After sign up, they receive IDs through MailChimp. If they later purchase a paid course, you can match these IDs to identify the blog as the original source. Coupon codes and custom landing pages are also useful for tracking. Conversion tracking is a complex strategic task because user journeys from reading an article to converting can be fragmented. A person might read your blog, leave, return a month later, and then make a purchase. In such cases, the sales team may gather conversion information during a consultation. However, collecting this data systematically can be challenging. Getting visitors is exciting, but turning them into loyal customers, that's the real prize, and it's more achievable than you might think. To know if your efforts are paying off, you need to measure them. Let's look at how to track and analyze your blog's performance like a pro. Reporting and analytics. When launching a blog, install Google Analytics immediately to begin data collection. It's important to monitor statistics via multiple tools, as discrepancies between platforms can reveal data issues. Key metrics to track for the blog overall: unique visitors. In analytics, this is called unique page views. Focus on this metric to gauge audience size. Returning readers. Count unique visitors who return more than 3 times in a month to assess audience loyalty. Conversions, as outlined above. Cost per unique visitor. Divide blog-related expenses by the number of unique visitors each month. Ideally, this cost should decrease over time. If you can track sales from the blog, for example for course sales, you can compare the total cost of running the blog with the revenue it has generated. Per article metrics. Unique visitors. Click-through rate to other pages. A low percentage suggests that internal linking needs improvement. Average session length and depth indicates how engaging the article is. Page load speed helps identify issues with heavy media files or technical problems. Cost per unique visitor. Total article cost divided by number of readers. For your most visited articles, review click heat maps to assess which conversion elements are effective and refine them accordingly. You can generate blog performance reports using Google Sheets, integrating Google Analytics via an add-on to refresh article data with just a few clicks. Tracking numbers is crucial, but managing a blog is also about leadership and mindset. Let me tell you some words of advice. Final advice. If you're overseeing the blog, aim to delegate most tasks while focusing on analytics. Still, it's essential to have hands-on experience with each role. Write at least 1 article, format it, proofread others' work. This insight will make you a better manager. If diving deep into the editorial process isn't feasible, you can always outsource the entire operation to professionals. And if you're wondering whether this strategy actually works in the real world, let me share a few examples. Let me share a bit about my journey. I've worked in digital marketing since 2016, collaborating with companies in various industries: marketing and SAS, SocLeads, EdTech, Mindvalley and Cypher Learning, international real estate, WRE and ANTA, construction, Rehow and Hilti, oil and gas, Lukoil, travel, Albatross, Dagama Travel, Noble Caledonia, and others. Technology, OptiVector. Let's take one of them, Mindvalley case study. Mindvalley is an e-learning publisher focusing on personal development, education, and spirituality, based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Initially, all their programs were in English. Eventually, they launched a Russian language division to tap into a market of over 260 million speakers. I passed the competitive selection process and was brought on to localize their content. Video translation is one thing, but written content was abundant. Websites, email newsletters, video descriptions, handouts and workbooks, app notification, and so on. I created glossaries for each course using translation memory software to ensure consistent terminology and enhance learning outcomes. As a result, Mindvalley's completion rate was 5 times higher than the industry average. I am proud to have contributed to that achievement. During a particularly busy period, I hired and managed 3 translators to help prepare content for a major launch. We delivered on time and the project was a success. Over 3 years, I translated 10 full courses, over 113 hours of video and 2075 pages of text, all before the widespread rise of AI tools. Mindvalley's blog receives 94,200 monthly unique visitors. That's just one example of what's possible when you commit to a strategic blog. I also write SEO content for international property aggregators, 3,000 words daily. The WRE even made an animated video about me because their blog traffic exceeds 160,000 unique monthly users. Want results like that or better? Now here's your next step. To launch a successful blog, you need 2 things: subject matter expertise and a packaged offering. I'll handle everything else: monthly content plans, engaging article topics with custom cover designs and illustrations, viral headlines, full content marketing strategy, publishing workflows, formatting, meta tags, conversion elements, and SEO. Most importantly, I integrate your product, service, or brand organically into every article, ensuring visibility without disrupting the reading experience. Once your site starts ranking for key search queries, results will follow. Some of my clients have seen results from just a few articles. Want to get started? Book a free diagnostic session using the link in the description. Click through, complete a short form, and I'll set up a session where we'll map out your blog's growth and plan for generating business leads through content. The truth is, every brand you admire, every authority you look up to, started exactly where you are right now, with an idea and a decision to show up consistently. You don't need a massive budget. You don't need years of experience. You just need the right strategy and the courage to keep going when most people quit. You've already taken the first step by being here. Imagine where you could be 1 year from today if you start building your authority now. And if you want a partner on that journey, you know where to find me. If you found this masterclass helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Your support means a lot. Let me know in the comments what insights stood out most. Subscribe to the channel and enable notifications so you never miss another update on using content to grow your business. Every authority you admire started small, just like you. The only difference? They didn't wait. Start building your voice today and imagine where it will take you. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment with your biggest takeaway. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time.